Hey, what's up, folks? Hang on. So many windows. I gotta go through the ones that need to be up front. Actually, do I need it like that? Probably not. Anyways. Good old resistance. Oh, excuse me. Had a good mouthful of spaghetti and shrimp.
Be advised, all ground forces are pinned down. You'll need to hold out as long as you can. Противника справа! Не давайте выжившим сбежать! Убью одного! Справа! Убитый! Артиллерия! У нас нет огня на поддержке! Прикройте меня! Цель один час! Weapons armory is online. Ammo and weapons upgrades are available.
That wasn't a headshot?
Enemy forces heading your way. Впереди враг! Вражеская техника и вертолеты замечены в 15 километрах. Вижу вражескую цель впереди! 7 часов! Не дайте мне сбежать! Equipment armory online. You now have access to explosives and armor upgrades. Team, enemy attack dogs are approaching your location. Займись их левым флангом и установи зенитную точку. Вижу противника справа! Принял, вижу его в прицеле! Прикройте меня! Этому бойцу нужен враг! Не дайте выжить и бежать! Прикройте меня! Так точно! С вами хочет... Противник 10 часов! Убить! Стреляю, вижу в прицеле! Air support armory now online. Close air support is available for tasking. Enemy forces inbound. Get ready. Артиллерия меняет позицию. У нас нет огня на поддержке. Противника впереди. Вертолеты в пути. Противник на юго-западе. Два часа дня.
Hello. I didn't see that guy there.
Он убегает! Убейте его! Врач! Нам нужен врач! All enemy contacts eliminated.
Free gun! Not that one. Where is the other one? There we go. Hey, hey, Ratchet, what's up? No ammo refill. I'm gonna try with just whatever I
Enemy forces
scavenge.
heading your
Should be no problem.
Не нравится мне это. Берегись! Кидаю гранату!
Stay down.
Forces in the area have been neutralized.
What's Stalker? Move faster while aiming. Nah,
Care package ready for delivery.
I was thinking of not picking that up.
Predator missile ready for deployment.
But then I realized all the other perks are kind of meh. Outside of extreme conditioning, I guess. Oh, I know those kind of people who use extreme conditioning.
Intel shows
The
multiple
kind of
enemy
people who
vulnerabilities
run
in
around with
space.
the ballistic knife.
Friendly Predator missile inbound. Hostiles neutralized. Rearm if you need to.
Revolver. They never brought this mode back, did they? In any of the Infinity War Call of Duty games? It's always just been Warzone, right?
Займись целью слева! Не дайте еще избежать!
That's all of them. Nice work.
I remember spending so many hours on this mode, especially online, with a friend, of course, because I don't think you can do it with a random player. My only complaints that I had was, whatchamacallit? I think it was, how the last game made by Treyarch, you know, had Call of Duty Zombies, right? It was Black Ops 1, right?
Suicide bombers, keep your distance.
Black Ops 1, and then this game came out after?
Вражеская пехота впереди!
So, you know, it was like, you know, you had a Call of Duty game that had 4-player co-op, and then you have this, where it's like, why is it 2 now? Well, yeah, because 2 different developers, 2 different ideas. Good times, yeah. 2011 was pretty much a good year for video games. I remember spending so much on all the games that were coming out that year.
Пехота, 12 часов!
They're just standing there. While Modern Warfare 3 wasn't the best, but hey, they try to keep the legend going.
Enemy forces eliminated. Good work, team.
However, it should be it's already known. This was the game where Sledgehammers was dropped in. because the CEOs, founders of Infinity Ward, they left.
Team, enemy attack dogs are approaching your
And then they made their own company called Respawn Entertainment to make Titanfall and joined with EA. I guess they just were not having it with Activision back then.
Вертолетные пути, 30 минут. Ходит нас справа! Врач! Нам нужен врач! Да, я его вижу!
That's like finding out your best friend left your workplace from McDonald's and decided to work at Burger King. The betrayal.
У нас несколько убитых, но... Сзади по левому флангу! Так точно, вижу его! Убитый! Они хотят обойти нас! Солдат, прямо впереди! Невозможно поразить цель!
Hostiles neutralized. Rearm if you need to. Predator missile ready for deployment.
Oh yeah, today is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all Americans. Stay safe out there. Because I know a lot of people go a little party crazy hard. Especially some really stupid folks that play around with fireworks.
Transporting armored divisions to the area. Recommend you switch to heavy weapons.
So if any of you folks are gonna go out there drinking, playing,
Friendly Predator missile inbound.
stay safe out there.
Good job.
Even with family, you know, there's probably that one person in the family that probably like is a heavy drinker.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
And what else? It was also today actually marks the first anniversary of ZZZ.
Hostiles approaching our position from multiple directions.
Yeah, I know. Now it's officially been 1 year since that game came out.
Убитый! Этому бойцу нужен врач! Противник...
That's all of them. Nice work, team.
And yeah, I think it was no coincidence that they set up the special program for ZZZ to be premiered today. What is it? Version 2.1. And we're getting a beach episode. Genshin had theirs.
Be advised,
Honkai didn't get any.
force inbound.
Ha!
Recommend you get dug in. Over.
I guess you could say Honkai could never. Although to be fair, they're in the middle. The story is in the middle of closing up the most dramatic battle of their lives. So I guess there's no time whatsoever for a beach episode. And despite having a new outfit for both Bell and Wise, they're already getting another. A swimsuit. And it looks like we actually get to see... We now learn that Belle is actually stacked. She got cake.
Hostiles neutralized. Rearm if you need to.
Honestly, wasn't expecting that, but I guess that's what happens when a character in pretty much any source of medium, you kind of see. You eventually see 1 minute they're wearing thick layer of clothing, hoodies, but then when a beach episode happens, you find out, oh my God, they got cake.
Suicide bombers, keep your distance.
But yeah, it's good to see that. It's good to know that ZZZ, I mean Hoyoverse in general, they're not shying away on too much on censorship. Nah, because they understand. They understand the assignment. They know what sells, and it's not just the waifus, but it's also the fan service. Whoa, excuse me. Friendly fire much.
They're done. Good work, gentlemen.
Bell and Wise got another outfit. Yeah. Wise? Oh yeah, speaking of Wise, aside of Bell looking, well, very baked fan servicey, but hey, Wise also got a nice fan service for the ladies. Like, wow. Under the casual clothing, he got abs, he's got muscles. No wonder. Okay, now I fully understand why the ZZZ fan base are always like getting the female characters shipping Wise. But yeah, I wasn't convinced. I just thought it's the typical, yeah, it makes sense. Because, you know, it's the same deal like how Genshin fans, they get Aether to ship with pretty much all the female characters. Except for the children. Otherwise we'd be getting a restraining order. Oh, that's my last clip. Magazine. And... but yeah. I now got the full picture.
They're falling back. Check equipment and ammo.
What's the difference? Oh shoot, wait. Why can't you run faster with a pistol?
Be advised, heavily armored ground forces are being deployed by the enemy.
Man, the smoke is crazy accurate. Too effective. I didn't think that would work.
Good work.
I was expecting at least one sentry to go down. So yeah, we get a beach episode. We get 2 new characters.
Enemy troops incoming.
And I'm still confused as to what the blonde character is. I said at first I thought it was she was a rabbit, but clearly not. It's hard to tell with the ears being inwards, which is very unusual, where you often see like anime characters with animal ears. Usually it's either straight up, sticking outwards, but I guess inwards is a new take.
They're done. Good work,
And
gentlemen.
I do like how her weapon is a what do you call that? Like a fencing sword, epee. And yeah, makes sense why she's a she works as a anomaly character. But that does beg the question: is she the one that is she the type of anomaly that needs to focus on anomalies, or is she like Miyabi, where anomaly is a second thing, but damage, or there's a striking balance of anomaly and balance where you can focus on crit rate and crit damage? You know, basically like an anomaly fighter, a hybrid. Ow. Is that his head?
Они пытаются обойти нас с фланга! Кройте меня!
That's the last of them. Good job.
And then the other young lady with the pink sweater, who I thought was a tanuki or a raccoon, but no, it's just there's an actual raccoon on her back. even the new characters are getting new outfits right off the bat. Like, damn, the Hoyoverse is they're really trying to bank money. Not only are they going to try to sell you on the new characters, but now along with their costumes. Holy. Where are we at now? 18. I'll try to go up to just 25. I'm not trying to go these days. I'm not even bothering to try to go for like highest waves. Eventually it just gets boring and tiring, and it's like, okay, I think I've done enough. I'll go to another map or switch to another game.
Team, enemy attack dogs are approaching your location.
And since it's ZZZ's anniversary, they better check out two things. There's a redemption code that was put up during the special program, and two, check your inboxes because Hoyoverse has dropped a gift. 1600 1600 polychromes, which is equivalent to 10 poles. So practically, yeah, they gave everybody 10 free poles. Yeah, either you could either choose to spend it if you're close to your guaranteed, or you could save it for whatever you wish. I'm saving mine. And now that we got the characters up and revealed, yeah, now is a good literally now is a good time as ever to start grinding, because right now, from now until the next 4 days, next 4 days, the thingamajig. Right now there's an event, triple drops. So you should take that opportunity to grind for Denny's, the EXP material, the character EXP, the W engine EXP, agent skills, whatever you need to prioritize. Alright, which one of you buttholes actually broke my sentries?
All hostile forces
Doesn't
in the
matter.
area have been
They're dead.
neutralized.
They're down. Which one of you flatfoot stole my lollipop?
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun ready for
Speaking of
deployment.
which, another SpongeBob game is in the making. THQ are not done. I guess after Cosmic Shake and the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, I guess now they found another reason to make another another SpongeBob game. Take it back.
Прикройте меня!
Enemy forces eliminated. Good work, team.
You know what? I might as well try this gun. It looks stupid. Mostly, oh shoot. Mostly the iron sight just looks completely dumb.
Team, be advised. Intel shows enemy strong points near your position.
Does have a lot of mag
Be
though.
advised, enemy claymores near your position.
Take it back.
Прикройте меня! Берите сюда враг!
Oh, okay. Hey, where are they going?
Тут завижу его! Стреляйте в него! Гранатуй! Прикройте меня!
Oh shoot. Oh goodness. They're throwing throwing all hands. At this point, might as well get another. Give me the good old HCR. Excuse me.
Hostiles approaching your AO.
Didn't have time to place the claymores.
У кого есть личная граната? Противник на один час! Прикончите его! Мы нас убиты!
more harder to aim for the heads when they're literally constantly moving and dropping their on their asses.
Predator missile ready for deployment.
Nah.
Enemy attack chopper near your location. Recommend you find some cover. Enemy attack
I was thinking I was about to play stream Warriors Abyss, but then I realized today is July the 4th. Then I thought, what better game than to play this? It was either this or Modern Warfare 1 Remastered. Or any other shooters that I had. Or if I had to like reinstall some. Dog! Cover me! Oh no, it's the last one.
Predator missile ready for deployment.
Very sneaky.
Enemy attack chopper near your location. Recommend you find some cover. Enemy attack dogs near your position. Be advised they are carrying explosives.
I never really often use claymores. Never found them to be useful. Even though I still get them anyways. But being a trapsmith has its benefits. That's not a Granado.
Friendly predator missile inbound.
That was a flash bang.
Enemy forces eliminated. Predator missile ready for deployment.
Alright, final wave. Holy smokes, I got all the ammo. Except for my other gun.
Be advised, heavily armored ground forces are being deployed by the enemy. Enemy attack dogs near your position. Be advised, they are carrying explosives.
I got one. Run! They got the big boys. And a shield. Oh. Shield boy went, or I think there were two of them. Oh no, there's only one shield and then two heavy. It's funny how these specific enemies don't never show up in the campaign. They were just built for this. Last flash. Ow. Oh, it blew up the my C4. And he didn't see it coming. Alright, that's enough. What were the DLC maps again? I forgot what they were. They don't allow me to see them, right? Because I know you can play the survival on the DLC maps, since all the maps are based on the multiplayer maps. Oh, look at that, Advanced Warfare. Yes, that was their next big hit game, except it wasn't made by Infinity Ward. It was made by Sledgehammers. I believe I did play that game, because it was when Sledgehammers wanted to take a jab at Call of Duty Zombies. And yeah, it didn't feel like it. At that point, I remember I was like saying, yeah, it's zombies, but the whole exoskeleton thing and nah, it didn't have that Treyarch feels. But what a plot twist where Treyarch would end up making the zombie game that they have made themselves into pretty much what I disliked about Sledgehammer's take. Sledgehammers did, of course, try again with, I think it was Call of Duty World War II, right? I mean, at least that one wasn't so bad. I'd say it's better than how they try to do that with Advanced Warfare. Oh, right. That's right. Some of the maps were free. Like yeah, Terminal. But for some reason, hang on. What's Chaos? Screenshots definitely look like. Oh. Paid DLC. Oh. I guess Terminal's the only the other two free maps are not compatible. But they don't let me preview it, right? No. Because, yeah, I don't remember. I bought a long time ago when the game first came out. I bought all the DLC maps just for the sake of mostly for survival. But then, yeah, of course, I did play a lot of multiplayer too. I kind of wonder actually how much the DLCs are now. Alright, give me a moment. Hang on. I'm gonna change games. But before I boot up another. Excuse me. Just want to see the DLCs. Why are they advertising Black Ops 6? Terminal. No, show me all of the DLCs. Holy, $15 for each? Yeah, I might as well wait until they go on sale, but that's how much they were? Could have sworn it was like 13 bucks. What, did Microsoft bump up the price or something? Speaking of which, actually, let me see what's on the store. Any deals today? Base game and DLC, buy one, get two. Ew, who wants to get Star Wars Outlaws? Dragon Ball Fighters is one, buy one, get two free. Destroy All Humans 2, Reprobe. Right, that's what it's called. Code Vein. The Fighter's Pass for Dragon Ball Fighters is on this list. A bunch of Far Cry games that I would recommend not getting unless it's 3. Some Lego. JoJo is there. Klonoa. MK1 DLC characters. But not the base game. It's just individual characters. Not even the pass. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2. Well, hey, at least SpongeBob will be in a better racing game. At least I'm gonna hope that Sonic Racing Crossworld is good. Sword Art Online, of course. Watch Dogs. Yeah. When Ubisoft straight up lied to everybody how the game visually looked so good at E3, and then as soon as the game came out, people noticed the changes. The graphical downgrade. And it wouldn't be the last time they did that. Ubisoft always go out of their way to try to impress the press. But then as soon as it gets out in the public, bleh, nah, not really. But nobody had it nobody had it worse than that dude from Gearbox. What's his name again? I already forgot his name. Oh, right. Randy Pitchford. More like Randy Pitchfork because he's still a dick. Even still to this day. The old geezer goes out of his way to defend the case of expensive games, saying, hey, if you... He literally said in quotes, if you're a fan, you'll find $80. Or if you're a real fan. In regards to Borderlands 4's overpriced release price. I guess that also applies to all the other $80 games out there, you know, with all those first parties. But the problem is, Borderlands 4 is not a first party whatsoever. And for him to say that, oh, I assure you, people are... obviously, people were not happy about that. But but it's not hard to believe Borderlands Gearbox fans would still defend Randy. And those people are the kind of people that clearly have a lot of money, a lot of income, and would probably tell you, get a job, don't stop being poor, then you could afford it, you poor people. That's pretty much the bad wording out of those rich people. Or what I mean is, rephrasing that, I mean, that's what rich people would say. Rich people would look down on you and say, ha ha ha, you can't afford a AAA game? Well, too bad for you. Yeah, well, I'd say up yours, enjoy your so-called AAA game. Because, hey, last time, when Borderlands 3 came out, people just stopped talking about it. And then people went back to Borderlands 2. So yeah, enjoy your AAA game. Oh yeah, Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox. Oh boy. I wonder how the former ODST developers are now feeling. Hopefully they feel satisfied. But at the same time, not really, because you have to remember, Helldivers 2, when it came out, some former devs of Halo 3 ODST lashed out at the history of when they tried to serialize the ODST. They wanted to make more out of it, but they were denied. Their plans for their projects, their proposals were rejected. And when they saw Helldivers 2, the way how it played out, that was basically what they tried to envision ODST, had it been like a long time series. But hey, if there's another game that has accomplished that, at least, then, you know, at least it happened. Somebody else done it. And for a while, yeah, being a PlayStation exclusive. I mean, it was also on PC. Like, I mean, like Helldivers 1. And yeah, if you've seen Helldivers 1, it is a completely different game. It was like one of those twin-stick shooters. But yeah, it's good that Helldivers 2 is finally coming to Xbox. You gotta fight for Super Earth, everybody. Not gonna lie, I'm thinking of picking it up. But I know there's been so much content, so much updates to the game. It's like another case of where do you even start. But at the very least, it's a straight up co-op game, so, you know, at least, you know, there will be other players that will try to carry you. While also trying not to be a burden to them. The only downside is, since it is a priced game, not a live service, this means you need PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass Core. Yeah, online subscription.
Oh yeah. You know
But honestly, I think it's better that way. Live service games, you know, when they get shut down, that's it. It's the end. Although, I don't know. I think that rule still applies to even online multiplayer games. Because I heard another game is gonna get. I just heard recently a game server is gonna close down soon. Which game was that? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. I got one. Oh, no, they got the other.
Logistics error in your favor. Arm up, Spartan.
Oh man, but as soon as I heard that the announcement that Helldivers 2 was coming to Xbox, I was like, oh boy. I just talked about how taking away exclusives kind of ruins the competition. It's like a win and a loss situation. Like, don't get me wrong, Helldivers 2 does deserve to be multi-platform. But when you go out of your way to make it, like, exclusive to one console, it's supposed to give a reason to own a PlayStation, right? Some folks are even joking that Stellar Blade will be will be next. Which, yeah, again, I don't mind if that happens. More love for the, what the kids say, gooners. But at the same time, what's the point then of getting a PlayStation? What's the point of the consoles if you're gonna now kill the market, the competition? So, you know, not a good look for the competition, for the so-called console war. I am 100% against it.
Hold it.
But on the other hand, you need that. Otherwise, game companies, especially first parties, they won't grow. They won't grow, they won't improve. In fact, one easy example would be the PSP. There's a reason why the portable market has died. As soon as the PlayStation Vita was done, Nintendo now realized, okay, now there's no competition. There's no reason for the DS, the 3DS to go on. The legacy ends there. But at least they had mobile games, yes. Oh jeez. Oh, no, that's the same one I just picked up. I am way too far.
You're beginning to make this look easy.
Yeah, no, I should probably get a long range then.
The enemies have captured a zone. The enemies have captured a zone.
Did they have a release date for the Xbox port for Helldivers 2? Or was it just an announcement?
active today, aren't they?
And I'm gonna assume it has crossplay, right? It has to. If the devs are going out of their way to, you know, to port it on Xbox, and you know, straight up online, an online game, they have to. They'd be stupid if they didn't have crossplay. Push button.
Team destroyed Site C. Team destroyed Site A. They're about to clinch.
Fight on, brother. Your brother's dead. Get over it. Ah, now I'm dead. I'm over it.
Enemy contact.
What is he? Is he okay? Ah.
Team destroyed Site C. You only have one site left.
Dang it! Did they stick a spike grenade? Huh? What is the spawn point? Phantoms. You know, I think they should have brought back Spartan Ops. Maybe. Who's got a rocket? Is that a grenade? Yeah, that was a good. I mean not Hollywood. Scarlett Johansson just realized
Spartan.
something about Hollywood, how it needs to grow, or I don't know how to say this. Apparently, she had an episode of lashing out. She was, as you already know, she has a movie that just came out. What was it? Jurassic World Rebirth. And apparently, she lashed out and saying, there's too much of male gaze. Getting sick and tired of viewers watching
Enemy is at half
how the audience are expecting
position. And with style
attractive actresses. And that argument is something that's pretty much akin to what's been happening with the video game industry. Heck, you even notice that with even the MCU. Like if you notice how like female characters have lately been becoming less and less attractive, wearing more clothing and covering and such. And yeah, again, Scarlett Johansson is like saying, yeah, no, the male gaze is cursed. Hollywood doesn't need it. But the funny thing about that is, that's smart coming out of somebody. That's smart coming out of her. As somebody who's walked the red carpet in a sexy dress outfit with cleavage showing. But I was like watching this video. I'm sure you may have heard this channel, the Critical Drinker. I know he has a very not a very good strong opinion that some people would agree on. So yeah, you know, you don't have to like listen to what he says. But I just enjoy like watching when I'm drawing or playing games. I just like listen to his criticisms on the side. And yeah, pretty much some of them are, you know, strong points and addressing the issues here and there. So as I was listening in on the topic, yeah, again, he draws out some good points. Hollywood over the years, and again, this also applies to video games. Hollywood over the years, if you notice, like let's focus on the male the male actors. Look at how actors like Hugh Jackman or was it Chris Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth is Thor, right? I don't want to mistake that with the other Hemsworth. I somehow still get that confused. If you've seen behind the scenes, those actors, especially Chris Evans, including Chris Evans, they work out. They build their muscles before they, as they're like getting prepped to start filming, developing some of their own movies, whether it's X-Men, another Captain America, or Thor, the Avengers, whatever. And the argument is that when male characters, or in any movie, not just MCU, like any movie where you see the male characters always like take off their shirts and then you see their, well, abs, biceps, muscular form, you don't hear the men complaining about that. Hell, it's more no complaints whatsoever. Where us male audiences will look at that and say, "Man, I gotta hit the gym." What did the female audience think? They think, "Oh man, Chris Evans so hot," but when it's the ladies doing that in like in some kind of beach scene or Fast and Furious, of course the male characters, or as Scarlett Johansson calls it, the male gaze is gonna look at the actress all, well, sexy looking. Back then women didn't have an issue with that, but now it's well, at least as far as Scarlett Johansson, now she's like saying Hollywood needs to stop the whole male gaze. But little does she remember, I mean, I can't blame her for how old is she now? 40, I think. That male gaze is what made Scarlett Johansson famous, if you think about it. And not just roles in movies like, obviously, Avengers. She's been in many movies. But if you notice that her, along with all the other actresses, of course, like Megan Fox, why do you think the Transformers movie sold? Why do you think the Ninja Turtles movie, the Michael Bay one, sold well? Why do you think Fast and the Furious sold well? In terms of, again, not just storytelling. I mean, I'm focusing on, like, characters, the actors. It's because of, well, yeah, the male gaze. The characters, how they have a moment. Men showing off their muscles or abs, and ladies, well, what do you think? You know, the cleavage and the thighs and swimsuits, I guess. It sells. And, you know, people tend to talk about it. Heck, people's Hollywood magazines, they all talk about it. And here we are. Now we have these female actresses thinking enough is enough. Hollywood doesn't need this anymore. But again, what they're overlooking is that those actresses, again, just like Scarlett Johansson, they are famous. They got to be where they are because of that male gaze. So basically, for them to ask, or yeah, for them to say that the male gaze should end, that's like another way of saying, okay, well, fine, we're not gonna watch your movie. You don't want attention? Okay, we'll ignore you. And then when that happens, trust me, those actresses are gonna start begging and say, no, please, I need the attention. They'll do, and then maybe one of them will do something crazy to gain some kind of attention. Be in some absurd movie you probably never heard of, and then they'll do some extreme stuff. It's just, again, just like video game developers. The companies of today, I mean the companies that have been active for decades, they kind of lost that magic touch. They are like forgetting what made them popular. What made Halo Infinite, you know, Halo? What was it that people loved about Halo? Well, by the time 4 or 5 was in, people didn't want the Prometheans. They just want good old UNSC versus Covenant. And we got that with Infinite. But there were of course there were like other factors that just kind of didn't feel very Halo-y. Some would argue that the aiming, the gunplay in Halo felt too modern. Like, people, I remember a long time ago, Halo fans feared that Halo would become like Call of Duty, where you had to like aim down sights, which fortunately we didn't get that. But there is now bullet spray. Like, I mean, yeah, Bungie had already did that with Halo Reach, but it wasn't that bad. Like, if you notice in the old Halo games, all you had to do was just put that reticule in the middle, and that's it. Like, aim at the enemies, that's it. You didn't have to worry about too much of recoil or spray. Call of Duty was already doing that with all of their guns. The longer you shoot, the more it sprays. It was the first 2000's first person shooter. I got the idea from GoldenEye. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. GoldenEye had the spray thing and the aiming, except it was like a different kind of ADS. Like, you didn't aim down your sight in GoldenEye, you just had control. You know, because, you know, Rare had to like compensate on how to make the controls work on the N64 controller. And then, you know, now today we have left stick, right stick, so it makes the aiming fun. Or, you know, easy. Otherwise, imagine GoldenEye being on PC, that would have been too easy. I mean, that you just have a mouse and keyboard, which PC shooters were already doing that when Quake came out. The first Quake. But yeah. So much like Hollywood, game companies tend to like forget how and why they became so popular. Nintendo's Mario, you know, at least, yeah, Nintendo does their best to up the quality of some Mario games. From the 3D ones, the sports games, the 2D ones even. God knows what they're going to do next for the next Mario game. And then, you know, Zelda's the similar case. They went from being this, like, top-down view style. Then they tried 2D with Zelda 2, and that didn't work. So they went back to top view with Link to the Past. Then 3D. It's all experimentation. But at least those games, like Mario and Zelda, aside of the Mario sports games, at least the mainline ones, they never lost like the reason why people loved Mario and Zelda. However, when you look at Breath of the Wild, specifically Breath of the Wild, I've heard people complain that it didn't feel like a traditional 3D Zelda because the bosses were very bare minimum since there was only 4, right? And you only had 4 main dungeons, and then you had 120 shrines to do the puzzles. Whereas in classic Zelda games, the 3D Zelda games, there were so many bosses, especially Twilight Princess. But and yeah, when you have that many bosses, that means you have many dungeons and temples to go through. And in those dungeons and temples, there were like multiple puzzles to solve. Now, yes, I know the divine beasts that you go through in Breath of the Wild, they have puzzles of their own too, but they did, again, I think I felt it too when I was like playing and replaying. It just felt bare minimum. Straightforward. Some of them a little tricky for sure. But all you had to do was slap the Sheikah Slate here, there 5 times, and then boss time. But all the bosses, that's like another thing that people didn't like about Breath of the Wild's bosses. All you had to do was get some air, and then do the slow-mo arrow shots. And if you have plenty of explosive explosive arrows, yeah, the boss will be is taken down so easily. Except for the fire temple one, the fire one. Don't take out the bomb arrow in the volcano. Or that, or you're really good at the time dodges, the what's it called, Fury Rush, or Flurry Rush. Yeah, the bosses are just the same strategy. Whereas in previous Zelda games, you get an item, specific item like a boomerang, arrow, whatever, iron boots, and you use that to fight the boss. It's like there's a dedicated item for that boss fight. Anyways, yeah. Some game companies nowadays, they just kind of forgot why they became so popular. That's not to say they should go backwards, like take 5 steps back and go back to the roots. But then again, that worked for Capcom when they made Resident Evil 7. After the 4, 5, 6 trilogy, and a bunch of spin-offs like Operation Raccoon City and the Cursed Umbrella Corp. Yeah, Capcom is an example of go back to what made your franchise, what made Resident Evil good. And it worked out. And that's honestly what I think Hollywood should do. Like, if Jurassic World Rebirth wanted to be good, somebody there should have looked back on the classic movies and found out why those ones are still being viewed as the best Jurassic Park movies. However, the other problem with that is the people within, the people who are making it, because they need the same level of passion and love as they are making the next sequel. Like the people of today, they are basically holding the torch. They're carrying a legacy. Just like 343 Legacy. Operation Legacy. The idea is that you are now holding the torch here. You need to care for this franchise. Whether it's Resident Evil, Jurassic Park, the Lego games, or Call of Duty, you know. And, you know, and of course the question of, like, do they share the same passion as those that came before them? And yeah, depending on where you look, some of them may try to do something different, just like what they did with Dragon Age Veilguard. And then you have the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, where you don't have any of the old staff that made the Zelda games in the past. No, you get. I remember Breath of the Wild. They said that they had young, new developers. Yet those young developers, they were given a chance to pitch in ideas on what they could do with Breath of the Wild. Like, if you remember, there was Link on a bike, which did become a reality, and then Hyrule getting invaded by aliens. Yeah, they had fun until they finally stuck to one idea or multiple ideas that worked. Thus, you get Breath of the Wild. The climbing, the idea of having a Zelda game with a dedicated jump button, and characters that actually speak, except for Link, because Link still can't speak. And you know, first time Link doesn't wear green unless you want him to, but now he wears blue. No green hat. So basically, yeah, they got young developers that, like I said, carry the legacy of the Zelda franchise, and they were willing to carry on that passion, have that passion and love. They loved what they were doing, and that's something that game developers, Hollywood filmmakers need to have. They need to understand the legacy. They have to respect the legacy, and enjoy, have passion, and enjoy making the next successor. But try not to, like, go too far with the idea. Hell, the worst thing you could do is self-insert yourself into it, which unfortunately, just like Dragon Age Veilguard and a bunch of other games, yeah, they all try to self-insert themselves into a game that nobody asked for. Like, we did ask for a new Dragon Age, but not what they did to Veilguard. And people are already scared of the next Mass Effect. Oh, and apparently there's already another 28 something. 28 movie. 28 years later just came out, and people said it was pretty good. Like now, and they're already working on the next film, but apparently the director of the next film is somebody who's worked on some bad movies, and people are already saying, nope, not watching it now. I'm not gonna watch that one.
5 enemies remaining. We're equipped and ready for battle. Dead friend, dead father.
Excuse me. Well, like I said, you gotta get the right people to do it. If you don't, well, shit happens. That's all I'll say. Shit happens. Why is there so many machine guns? Turret guns here. $100? Somebody broke off the turret. Oh damn! I'm in a. I just realized the score count is so high. I'm guessing you guys are have been playing for multiple hours. Is that why I'm filling in an empty spot?
Overshoot inbound.
New teammate.
Anyways. Oh, hello. Positive vibes. What's been happening? 1 week until Honkai's guest characters will arrive. And my Stellar Jades are ready. Hell, I'm already ready for the new characters for ZZZ.
Juices victory.
But it's gonna be a couple of weeks though. That's the sucky part. It's gonna be a while. Oh, but at the same time, I gotta that'll give me the time I need to grind. And in case you're wondering if you're gonna gotcha for the new characters, their element is physical, so it'll be easy. They're both physical, so it'll be easy to just grind on the physical chips.
Five enemies remaining. Two enemies remaining. Last enemy.
Good work. All clear?
Threat eliminated.
I like how the last story we just went through
Drop.
was like, never got this map. I think 343 should have like some kind of way to vote for a map.
Bonus round. Good luck.
Oh dear, already? Honestly, whenever I get this map, depending on my mood, I'll be like, yay, this map, and or oh shit, this map, because this is by far the smallest map to work with. Although it's funny how sometimes the enemies will just drop down to the elevator shaft by mistake. But hey, at least they respect ODST where it deserves. Oh, is that it? Every fire map, but never on this map at all. RNG be a bitch. It's like you're hoping for. It's like you're hoping that you'll play on a map of your favorite map in like multiplayer shooters these days. Even back then, I remember. Well, actually, no, it applies to Call of Duty and Mario Kart. Like, you know how you, even when you vote for a map of your choice. Although, actually, no, Call of Duty wasn't too bad, because at least it was like, you know, when you, it's based on which map has the highest count. Whereas Mario Kart, on the other hand, it's all, even if you choose the map, you'll never know what others will choose, and then despite whatever you choose, it's still a roulette, which is what? And on top of that, why does among the choices, why is there one where you have to choose random? Like, sure, if you didn't like whatever the three tracks that you didn't like, so you just choose random, but it's still random. And I'd say now comparing those two with how map is selected in this game, it's just straight up random. There's no choices to make. At least Mario Kart and Call of Duty multiplayer gave you a choice.
Firefight.
So why doesn't this one have a choice? They only show you on the playlist what maps are going to be selected. Well, sorry, randomly selected. Was that always... Actually, now that I think about it, because I never played Halo, the classic Halo's multiplayer, but has that always been a thing? Or did the previous games, Halo 2, 3 multiplayer... Reach, I know Reach, you could choose 1 or 2 maps, kind of like how Modern Warfare was like. Because yeah, I definitely remember, actually that was like the only Halo game where I did play online. It was Reach, where yeah, you could choose a map, and then I think it was like vote count, right? Reach did that. I don't know about 2 and 3 back then when they came out. Man, I would have loved to play Halo 2 back when it first came out, because that was such a buzz back then. I remember reading from magazines, watching old 2006 YouTube videos. That's how I discovered Xbox Live and what it was meant to do. Because I remember as a kid, I had my teenager, I had no idea what this Xbox Live meant on the label. But yeah, it was Halo 2 that pretty much showed me what it meant. So I was pretty much stuck with just playing multiplayer with my cousins, which wasn't so bad. Although it was a time where, you know, people would say screen looking is cheating. And it is. But if you kind of think about it, isn't it better to screen look? Because if you do not screen look, how are you gonna know? You're gonna spend too many hours trying to, you know, find each other.
Your team scored. Weapon drop.
Repulsor obtained.
Although it is pretty funny seeing how people back in the day, how they had to deal with whatchamacallit, the screen look, trying not to look at each other's screens. Some very funny, absurd ways. Funny yet absurd. Like, I think I seen one image where 4 guys, sitting on the chairs, and then they have cover blankets over their heads.
Reinforcements.
But you know, in hindsight, but now as an adult, thinking back on screen cheating, it's not really cheating. I mean, one way, yeah, it is. I kind of do consider it, but would you rather try not to screen look and look for the other person for like a minute, or would you rather find out where they are and, you know, directly fight, get the pace going? And plus, when it's 4 players, you're not gonna be the shifty-eyed to look at all the screens, are you? Like, one person could be playing as a sniper, but you may know where his capping spot is, but hey, player 2, player 3 are on your asses. Focus on what's in front of you then.
Your team about to score. Here, Guardian.
And plus, yeah, like I said, screen looking is a better way to get the pace going. Oh, time to go.
Clustered up. Triple kill. 5 enemies remaining.
No, seriously, from my experience, it took me and my cousins too long in between minutes trying to look for each other. Until eventually we were like, yeah, you know what, let's just screen look.
Drop.
We're never gonna find each other if we try to not look at each other's positions.
Set. Start. Hill incoming.
And it's funny how there is an actual indie game where you have to screen look. I think it's called Screen Share or something like that, or Screen Looking. It's like this funny first-person shooter where it's one shot, one kill. But everybody's invisible, but the only way to find each other is by screen looking. And yeah, it even has online play, and even through online play, it plays like a 4-player split screen. Whether it's guns or melee, yeah, everybody's invisible, and you have to screen look in order to find each other to get kills. Those guys had shotguns, right? No, it was commandos. And I wish the shotgun had even more ammo. I feel like 28 in total is not enough. Remember how the shotgun in the first Halo has so many ammo? Hell, it had plenty of shells stacked up. Alright, here comes the boys. Is that all? That's all of them.
Catch on. Weapon drop. Set. Start. Hill incoming.
They should have done this third-person thing a long-ass time ago.
Hill control.
Tomorrow's gonna be a stinking hot day again. Oh, I dread. I melt. How could people even stand it? But then again, people in South America are accustomed to it. People would then be they'd be telling me, "Oh, you suck. This hot weather is nothing." Just like how some folks in the Great North would be saying the same thing. It's too cold. Oh, you you fools! Can't stand the cold. What a bunch of babies. Oh boy. Where are you? When the Sangheili gets pissed, the blade comes out.
On. Weapon drop.
Isn't that the... No, it's just a regular. I think I'm... No, it has the white cover, but it's not named the pinpoint needler. Oh well. A friendly Sangheili. Looks like the Neverness to Everest closed beta is about to begin soon. I think tomorrow, I heard. Actually. Let's see. I'm gonna there's a streamer that's going to play it, so I'm gonna see what the deal is. Why is there so many skimmers? Imagine all the shock rifles and the commando rifles that they be carrying. Oh jeez. I need my stalker rifle, I'm running low. Oh, I just realized this is the last hill.
Enemy team took the hill.
Oh, isn't that the hammer shotgun thingamajig? Get out of here. No! Oh no, he's stuck. His foot got
Your
stuck.
team scored. Perfection. Victory.
If something is here, I will fight.
Oh good, my phone's done charging. Excuse me. Burger. I had a burger earlier. I guess eating a burger is one way to celebrate 4th of July, right? Or I guess it would only count if it was American made, right? At least one Spartan looks like he's prepped for modern warfare.
Set. Start. New team.
Or sorry, Black Ops 7. Can't believe they actually went with that name. Honestly, I'm sorry, but that's just straight up simple. Too simple. People, we've been seeing so many simple names, but I think Black Ops 7 is the lowest. We no longer have creative names these days, do we? It feels like another case of once in a full moon, somebody out there, a game developer, will come up with a title. Where is he going?
Lost visual on hostile. Hostile in my sights.
Why'd you stop shooting? I'm right in front of you, sir.
Double kill. Equipment incoming. Another trophy for the pile. New equipment ready for pickup. Running right.
Damage one.
Where are the shotgun brutes? I need more ammo. Oh no. If Bip Bap is here, that means the hunter, I mean... yeah, no, it's the brute chieftains. What the heck? What are you doing up there? Hey, I had him.
Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop. Round start.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I went to the back at the anime convention
Equipment en route.
a couple of months ago, I did saw, like literally on the last day, I finally found that one booth that was selling the Halo assault rifle replica, and wow, I think the price might have the person selling it might have bumped the price up. Because when I asked, he said it was $96. Could have sworn last time it was 60. I mean, it's not plastic. It is highly detailed, and it's big. There's no trigger, but yeah, I understand. That's quite a price. Oh no.
Reinforcements.
Long-range weapons online.
See, it's easy to land headshots in this game, and they actually die when they get shot in the head. Call of Duty, I just did the survival spec ops, and the enemies, when they take a headshot, they don't die. But they do have an exploit, getting staggered as you're like shooting at them. Sometimes I take advantage of that to trip them, and while they're like staggering, I either escape or go for the next target. Dude, I smacked him in the back and he didn't die. Hit him again in his arm. Them brutes. He ain't getting enough from that.
Round
Also, wait, I changed my
weapon drop.
shotgun? My bad. No, give it to
Time for
me.
some close quarters poetry.
Grabbing this turret.
Round
Oh, I think I also mentioned this, but in case I haven't, I saw Revengeance. Specifically, I saw Raiden Sword from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Had the label on it, and it's actually made of steel, actually sharp, or maybe not that sharp, but yeah, actual replica of the sword. But the icing on the cake, it was $200. But that's the best part about the anime convention experience when you go out of your way to buy one of those weapon replicas. Ow. There are people that sell like actual steel-made weapons based off of animes and video game series. Yeah, including what was it, Sword Art Online, whether you love it or not. But yeah, They even have Kratos' Leviathan axe, um, his Blades of Chaos, Link's Hyrule Master Sword, even the Hylian shield, Captain America's shield, you name it. But of course, you cannot name the price. That's only for the seller to say. So, you know, if you wanted to have Raiden's steel-made sword, yeah, tough shite. That thing is $200. It's either you get that or a Switch 2. One that you won't use unless we have a zombie apocalypse, and the other, you play games on it. I swear I'm shooting at his head and it's not flying. But yeah. Oh yeah, and plus when I tried holding it, it is heavy. I mean, to be expected as something that is metal made. Yeah. Despite knowing that, you know, you've seen Raiden swinging around with 2 hands. Yeah. Sometimes even 1. And he, you know, he also carries it with his feet. Very heavy. But if that's heavy enough alone, imagine Sundowner's blade. That one's a heavy one. But yeah, realistically for me, I would have no reason to buy something as valuable as that. Too expensive. Jesus! That horn was, the mongoose horn is not that, you know, not that loud. I couldn't hear that. I need shotgun ammo. Was there a brute that dropped the shotgun? Oh, there's one. No, a couple.
Bonus round. Good luck.
So rather than, although in terms of weapons, yeah, I only buy the soft ones. The non-lethal, soft-made weapon replicas. In fact, come to think of it, I went to a store and it just took me until now just to realize, rather than having the weapons, the weapon replicas just sitting in a corner in my room, I need to get one of those things where I can hang it up on my wall. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Although
Bonus round over.
let's see. What kind of hangers do I need though
Victory is
to
within
hold them
reach.
up?
Equipment on the
At least
field.
they're not heavy. And I think I know just the right place to put them.
Victory. Perfection.
Grenade! Excuse me. Excuse me.
Firefight.
All right. There, apparently somebody has made a definition of the character designs of Pixar's latest movies.
There's a hill.
Apparently they're called bean faces. And quite on the point too.
Grand slam.
They really do like beans.
Grand slam.
And the fact that they made 3 movies, or 4? Yeah, I think, like literally what I just said earlier, some companies are losing their touch. And yeah, they're made by different people, not the same old Pixar that you know and love. They've either sadly passed away, or they retired, or they moved on to a new studio because they thought working at Pixar was just bad. But yeah, I say very unfortunate that now we have bean faces. Now sure, if you like it, good on you, that's your opinion. But my opinion, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, when you look back on Pixar's history of their movies and how they design characters, at least there was the variety. What you're getting is just bean faces.
Your team about to score.
Yeah, I think it started with that movie Red, right? And then Red, Alio is the newest one. There was a movie before Alio, I don't remember what it was called. And when you start to see the consistency, well, to me that tells me, I guess Pixar found their footing. They found the style that they prefer. Until eventually people will not like it. Like majority. I am not that majority. There is not that many people that dislike it. Obviously not. No, again, it's a style. As Grandpa Simpson once said, which is the style of the time? So, fine, let them have it. But yeah, some silly criticisms, just like how some folks are not liking Shrek's new model, despite how decades people were like saying Shrek needs a new model makeover, and now that he's got one, you don't like it? Jeesh. I mean, you people asked for it. You might as well accept it now. And then I guess the other arguments was like Fiona's hair looks less detailed or something like that. Donkey more or less looks the same. I can see the slight little difference. I mean, it's just a donkey. Donkey is just donkey. You can't change much out of that unless you gave Donkey a mohawk or shave him bald. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm hoping it's not true. I swear to God, I hope the Skibbity Toilet movie does not cause a commotion, but I'm sure it's going to. If you, I mean, the chicken jockey thing was already bad enough. But just imagine what would happen if the Skibbity Toilet became a thing in theaters. I still don't get it. What's so special about Chicken Jockey? I really don't get it. I know it's a reference to the game, but I don't get it. Did I check K-pop Demon Hunter? Not yet. I heard it's good. And since my family does have Netflix, yeah, of course, I'm gonna check it out. Okay, yeah. The problem with this map is everybody keeps falling in the gap. And I'd say we really need good movies back. So I'd say it's pretty rare. Again, another full moon case of, you know, we don't get that many good movies these days, so at least there's still some glimmer of hope. I definitely would watch K-pop Demon Hunters over Jurassic World Rebirth. Or as Critical Drinker calls it, Afterbirth. The heck was that?
Incoming. Hill control.
Blown away. I think that's what this game was missing. Have you noticed how many ass shots Halo Reach had during their cutscenes? If you choose to play as the female Spartans, they are baked, man. Whole damn bakery. Dr. Halsey was holding nothing back. Heck, not only Halo Reach, even Resident Evil 5. From Sheva to Jill, especially Jill, the moment you find out she's wearing a very tight battle suit.
Grand Slam. Double kill. Guardian. Light enemy. Your team scored. Catch. On. Weapon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if you show that to the people of this generation, all those ass shots, they'll be disgusted. They'll be like, ew, this is why the male fantasy is cursed.
Kill incoming.
Yeah, well, hey, newsflash, ladies. Some female gamers love the ass shots. And trust me, even if you try to slap some facts against them, they'll still close it down. Even if you show video footages of female streamers, their reaction saying, "Oh, I love this gal, she's hot," they'll still be in denial. They'll still be like, "Nah, that thing's fake. That's all edited." That's like trying to convince PETA animals eat other animals. You show them BBC animal documentaries, they'll still think it's all fake. Or hell, if somebody dared ask them to surround themselves by a crowd of wolf packs, how do you think they're gonna react? Do you think they're gonna be Do you think PETA is gonna be friendly with them, or will they end up becoming dinner? I mean, not to say that every wolf pack is like they'll viciously eat a human. It depends. It's like, you expect a biker gang to gang up on you. Not all of them, no. Maybe there's one biker gang that's actually quite friendly. But yeah, I wouldn't take that chance. It depends on their body language, I guess. We did it! We did it! But yeah. Some folks just don't like the facts. They don't like the truth. You can't handle the truth. Excuse me. How many Spartan points do I have? Ugh, I still need to splat an enemy with a vehicle. Only halfway there. What's this? Nah, I'm good. What time is it now? 9:45. Maybe I can go for one more. Oh my. What's going on here? This map doesn't even have a vehicle, unfortunately.
Reinforcements.
Whoa, that grenade went too far. Oh, got no grenades.
Overshield inbound.
Man, they don't. This rifle never carries that much ammo.
Overshield available.
Jesus!
remaining. Running riot. Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop.
They certainly made the camouflage very efficient in this game.
Round start. New teammate.
What?
Reinforcements.
Black Eye.
We got contacts.
Double kill.
Why did they get? Why did they flinch? Oh my God!
Inbound.
Reinforcements.
Oh no! I actually stuck. I didn't hear the sticky sound. Oh shit! Why are you hiding? You're a brute. Brutes don't hide.
Remaining. Double kill.
Atlas works hard.
Yeah, I shoot you in the legs.
Threat eliminated.
And if this game allowed it, I would have backstabbed you. I miss the backstab animations and Reach. Why did they have to get rid of it?
Bonus round. Good luck.
But then again, Doom Dark Ages got rid of the glory kills, didn't they? But I can understand why they wanted to They wanted to get the pace of the game moving.
Seconds remaining.
Oh shit, no, he needed it. Dang it. Yeah, they got rid of it. Oh, okay. I'm sure. I imagine it was debatable. It was like getting, you know, a lot of eyes and ears on Reddit and Twitter, I'm sure. But people still enjoyed it, didn't they? And yeah, if you kind of think about it, the classic Doom games, they didn't I mean, yeah, it was not possible to have glory kills in that game. But in nature, you were just running and gunning, right? It's pretty much what you do in Halo. Oh yeah, Doom. Glory kills, again, they were pretty neat and very stylish at the time. But of course, it wasn't gonna stay forever. No. Plus, you had something. Yeah, players had something different. Something. I mean, I guess depending on who you ask, but better. I mean, for me, I'd say it's better because it has a parry mechanic, which, yeah, I know that there are so many moments in which you're gonna have to utilize that. So, of course, when one gameplay mechanic gets removed, it has to be replaced with another. And you have to make that new one, you know, satisfying to the point where eventually gamers would have eventually either forget, you know, or forget, or well, maybe feel mixed about it still. I think that's her. Yeah, that's her name, Alice. See, I think that's the reason why the new character in ZZZ made me thought she was a bunny, because of her name. Like, I swear, the name Alice and rabbit go hand to hand. I just saw a clip where apparently Alice is very self-aware of her jiggle physics. Well, she's not the only one. Everybody in ZZZ's, the animation in that game, everybody's very squishy. So squishy that Genshin wanted in on that too. But just that one time only. And I'm interrupting my own melee by trying to vent reload.
Killing spree.
Even this map doesn't have a vehicle. Move! Spike grenade. Oh! Actually, no. Let me go back up there.
Reinforcements.
May your aim be true. Quantum translocator incoming.
Ooh!
Remain. Last enemy.
Bye-bye!
Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop.
Definitely the most oddest weapon they ever added.
Start.
And it's given to the high-ranking grunts. Heads up!
Kill. Reinforcements. Cluster up. Double kill. Nightmare.
I don't breathe. But if I did,
Double kill. Triple kill.
Uh-oh.
Reinforcements.
Ugh.
Reinforcements.
My bad. Oh boy. Shock and awe. Don't worry. All you need, we just need to resuscitate him and he'll be fine.
I saw the whole thing.
I think. Where are you?
Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop.
I do believe I have this weapon as a pistol mod for Left 4 Dead.
Round start.
And the interesting part is where you can dual wield pistols in whatchamacallit in Left 4 Dead. The dual pistol variation for the Disruptor is they use the white color palette variation. So it just shoots faster. But reloads faster in order to basically replicate the speed of reloading two pistols. Oh god, I think I'm stuck. I didn't see it. It just flew over. Didn't see a brute until I came to the horizon.
Quantum translocator incoming.
My Disruptor.
Reinforcements.
Kebab the balls, Spartan.
Oh come on, this thing wasn't even loaded.
Locator ready.
Reinforcements.
Who took this out? I don't know why a lot of people do it. Like as in this game, especially where you see an enemy, you have a gun, of all things, but you still want to run up and charge at them. Sure, depending on what weapon you have in hand, sure, it makes sense. The assault rifle sprays a lot, so you would want to get up close. Same thing with a shotgun. But when it's something as simple as like a precision as a assault, the pistol or the commando gun, aren't you more safe
Threat eliminated.
shooting from a distance?
Over. Weapon drop.
Although I guess in another case, it's more better to just go up because as you're getting closer to the enemies, you know, it's easier to aim. But all I'm saying is you have a gun, and you know, you shoot from a distance. Especially if it's a long-range gun. But people only get that mentality when they have a sniper rifle. What? Where'd he go? Oh, come on, I'm stuck. I don't know why this keeps happening.
10 seconds remaining.
It is the weirdest bug in the game.
Bonus round over.
Victory is within reach.
Drop wall acquired.
If these boys want to keep going, we'll keep going. Somebody wants to finish it. This thing is huge. Blade doesn't look sharp on the back, but maybe on the front.
Set. Start. Rampage.
Such beauty. It defies description.
Oh, come on. At least give us a fair warning, not that.
Take cover.
Double kill.
Elite thought he could be sneaky. Too bad, I already saw him try to do that. Oh!
Reinforcement.
Free. But if I did,
They got some very heavy, durable helmets.
Remaining. Double kill. Blast enemy.
Oh, there. He's down.
Threat eliminated. Round.
How do you think brutes reproduce?
Weapon drop.
What do you think it looks like? We have yet to see a single female brute How have they managed to produce so many? Considering how many multiple races the Covenant had housed back then. Grunts, we know we did see female variations. And according to the Halo lore, grunts they reproduce fast and very efficient as much as rabbits. They're actually equivalent to rabbits. Short-lived, unfortunately, which is sad. But they produce so many. That's what makes them expendables to the Covenant. It's like when you lose one grunt, oh, don't worry, they'll reproduce 5, 10 more. You know, I kind of look at the brutes equivalent to, say, the orcs of World of Warcraft. Of Warcraft. Big, chunky boys, and they always look down on humans. I got stuck.
Remaining. Double kill. Two enemies remaining. Enemy. Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop.
Oh boy. We got the black eye.
Reinforcements. Reinforcements.
No touchy.
Reinforcements.
Dynamo grenades obtained.
Hit him! Dogpile him. Beat him until candy comes out. Whoa! I found the bosses.
I will bury you with the other.
Ah! I got no blade, but I punched him at least once. There's still a few alive.
Remaining.
I guess they got stuck.
Enemy.
They got him.
Threat eliminated. Round over. Weapon drop.
I say this map is close to the Oni building as well.
Bonus
God, suicide grunts.
Triple kill. Overkill. Cluster up.
It would have been interesting if they actually used the banished style suicide grunts. So the ones in Halo Wars 2, I mean, they had like this electrical battery pack on their backs,
30 seconds remaining.
and they come in groups. Yeah. They even seem happy about blowing themselves up. Even to the point where their dialogue says, like, when they're on low health, they want to quickly blow up and die. Be of some worth at least.
Over.
Victory is within reach.
I'm done, but let's see what the others have to say.
Victory.
Farewell! More Spartan points, nice. This thing goes only up to 20, right? Yeah, 20. Well, it's good to know that they're still offering the free season passes. The last one was a paid one, I believe. All right, so that'll be it for today. If I have time tomorrow, maybe tomorrow I'll stream. Why is my Spartan not holding the med pack correctly? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I wish they went back to the old menu. They never bothered changing the menu for, I don't know, when did they drop this one? So tomorrow, at least tomorrow, maybe I'll finally start playing Warriors Abyss. Because lately I've been going back to playing the game now that the update dropped last night. And yeah, I'm slowly starting to understand and kind of like dusting off the understanding of the gameplay. And yeah, maybe if I have time, maybe I'll do maybe Dead or Alive 5. Let's see, anything, just maybe one or two things, any shoutouts? Oh, there's a HoloLive Dodgers event happening tomorrow. Oh, I thought it was today. Anime Expo, Art System Work is there. They just showcased, they just had a panel sharing concept art of Lucy's gameplay. But still no release date. Oh, but I did hear Cyberpunk Edge Runners is getting a second season. Ha! And I still remember, I actually remember they said that there was no season 2 in the works, or they weren't even thinking about it. Well, I guess money talks. Well, it's either money or they just look back on the feedback from the fans. Well, I'm hoping it's the latter, because when corporates say money talks, that's just them saying, "Here's money, make us. Hey, here's money for the budget to make season 2. Now give us money back. You know, spend money to make money." Where again, higher ups would just be like, they don't understand about what makes their franchise good. They just look at a product, and when they know it's selling good, then they're going to demand the workers to make another, to make a sequel or whatever. Even if the creators say they don't have any plans for season 2, or they don't want to do it. Again, money talks. For better or for worse. Well, it's only for worse if, say, the higher ups again just got greedy and want to abuse their workers and say, just keep milking the franchise. Sergeant Frog is coming back? Really? I didn't hear that announcement. I watched a few episodes a long time ago. Back when it was like very popular, yeah. And then there was one of the standalone movies I think I watched. I even bought little small figurines of all the members of Sergeant Frog back in Korea. When I was there, I was like scouring all over the place. My mom was also trying to ask people where they could find it, because I think they were found in one of those like gotcha vending machines, like, you know, those capsules, but not that many places had them, or they were even sold somewhere else, like in like small toy shops, but again, never in full sets. That's how you know it's how a franchise gets very popular. The merch. Like, isn't there's this fluffy little monster that's going around. What's it called? Loop Baba or something like that? I don't know. I don't understand what made it so popular. One day my mom brought that because she was gonna give it to my nephew, and then I just thought I personally just thought it was just some random toy that she found at some library or bookstore, and then suddenly I go up on YouTube, and then suddenly my algorithm tells me everybody's buying this small little monster critter thing, and I'm like, huh, really? I thought it was just some random toy, but no, it's actually, I guess, just made by one man, and just started to spread it all over. Not that I have any complaints. I'm just surprised that, wow, we got another trending toy, and it's already blowing up quickly, just like that. But I will say personally, two things. One, the monster design kind of reminds me of that old children's book, Where the Wild Things Are. And two, I don't like it. In fact, the book, I didn't like the design either. As a kid, I would always throw that book away, because nah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the monster designs. They were a little creepy for me, and they still are. Not to the point where I say creepy as in like they give me nightmares. Just not my appeal. that's it. Honestly, I'm still like keeping track on any Switch 2s that are restocked. It's now kind of like just one located far away from where I live. And then it gets sold out like 1 hour later. When at the time I get a Switch 2, I'm already thinking of certain games that I would definitely bring over to the Switch 2. Like I know there's that virtual game card that you can now easily use to transfer all the games and the data, the DLC included, into the other to another Switch. Yeah, I would definitely utilize that feature. Oh, since the Silent Hill devs were there at the Anime Expo. They just had a panel. And look at all the Silent Hill fans. The fans that have been waiting for a new Silent Hill game for 2 decades. At least it felt like 2 decades. But you know what I mean. So long. Hey man, Silent Hill fans had it worse, okay? You Capcom fans, you got your MVC3 and MVCI at least. But yeah, Silent Hill was dormant longer. Mecha Break. Yeah, I heard that game just came out. But it's straight up, PvP. And I know there is PvPvE, but nah. Although I did hear you can customize your pilot. And when it comes to the female characters, you could give them a whole ass bakery. Front and back. Watch as some Twitter freak finds out and, lashes out, be like, see, this is why I hate video games. Video games are for boys only, and they only care about butt cheeks. Yeah, right. Last I checked, I saw a few female streamers. They were amazed, and they went down bad for it. It's funny how a game like that gives you a customization to customize your own pilot, but you don't get to spend, gameplay wise, you don't even spend time looking at your pilot. Only outside of combat, yeah. But I don't know, what's the point? It's as pointless as Firefly and Honkai getting a new costume that makes her look cute, but you're only seeing that like 50% of the time, while the other 50 she's in her armored up suit in combat. So, cosmetic unjustified in my opinion. But I will be honest, it is tempting. I do like Firefly, but that costume, You don't even get to see it during combat, just outside. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, tomorrow if I have time, I will probably I will stream, and then it'll be yeah, Warriors Abyss. And with that, I will then see you guys in the next stream. You folks have a good day and a good night. See ya, folks.